Hey everyone, it's Kiana or kiBEAUTY411 and I'll be doing a tag video today, which is my first time, and this is going around a lot on YouTube, so I figured I'd do it, and I actually really want to do this tag video. So I got my questions from 11th Gorgeous, and they just have their questions in their info box on YouTube. So I'll link them down below, and I'll just get started with this. First off, I will be skipping some questions because it just doesn't pertain to me, or I just prefer not to answer it. So first one is, do you still talk to your first love? Of course not, I don't. I believe that when I break up with somebody, then I shouldn't be friends with them, but that can also bite you in the butt. So actually some of my exes I am friends with, and I kind of like it that way. It's kind of good. What was your first job? My first job was like the best job ever. I made shave ice, and it was really a good experience. I really liked making shave ice, and after work I would just make my own shave ice and eat it after because it's just so refreshing. What was your first car? My first car is actually the one I have right now, and it is a Ford Taurus 2006, I think. I'm not too sure. Who was the first person you texted today? I did not text anybody today, which is surprising. Who is the first person you thought of this morning? The man up there. Yes, God or Jesus, however you want to say his name. Who was your... Actually, I'm going to skip that. Who was your first best friend, and do you still talk? Her name was either Shannon or Sherry, but I still see them around the island. We don't really talk as much. We just talk when we see each other. Like, we just say hi and maybe talk a little bit, but we don't really, like, you know, hang out and all that stuff. Where was your first sleepover? My first ever sleepover, I think, was at my old best friend's Holly's house, and that was like in elementary school, I remember. And I also remember missing my parents. It was just such a bad but good experience because it just kind of prepared me for more sleepovers. So yeah. Who was the first person you talked to today? So I had school this morning. I talked to my uncle first this morning because my mom actually leaves early for work. I was gonna say class, work. So I was talking to my uncle this morning today. Whose wedding were you in the first time? Well, the first time ever was at my cousin's wedding, and that I remembered, and that was last year summer. I think it was 2012, but it was a really good experience. I actually loved it, and I just want to go to more weddings now. What was the first thing you did this morning? Well, this is like every morning. I always go on my iPod and look at Vines, because the Vines that other people revine is just so hilarious that I have to revine it, so other people I can just share the funniness around the globe or internet or whatever. What was the first concert you ever went to? I went to a Justin Bieber concert. The first one. The first ever concert I've ever been to was Justin Bieber. I know, it's kinda but I actually love One Direction now, so just like any other fangirl of One Direction. I'm not really a fangirl, I just like their music. It's really good. Next question. First piercing. My first ever piercing is the one I got about a year ago, and it's my belly button piercing, and I really like it. And yeah, that's all about it. First movie you remember seeing? I don't remember seeing any movie. That was my first movie I ever saw. When was your first detention? And my first ever detention was in middle school, 8th grade year. The teacher gave me a detention slip for insubordination, which I don't know why. This was in Spanish class. I have no idea why. She was just a horrible teacher, and my classmates agreed with me, and you know what? she gave like detention slips to everybody in the class, which I don't even get because I'm a really good student. Like, trust me, I am. Who was your first roommate? My first roommate, her name was Carly, or her Hawaiian name is Koala, which means summer, I think. I'm not sure. But we just had a lot of fun. I really liked her. I got to know her on a better level, and she just became one of my good friends, and we just laughed it out and cried it out and had our ups and downs and all that kind of stuff. What were the first lessons you ever took? My first ever lessons was on the ukulele, and I like learning on the ukulele because, or I like playing on the ukulele because it has a different sound from the guitar, and I just love it because I love learning about my culture, and it's the closest thing I'll ever get. Not really, but yeah, I like learning on the ukulele from my brother, especially because he plays really good on the ukulele. Last question. Who was the first person beauty related on YouTube you ever watched? I think it was J Loves Mac or Jarmaine, and I'm still subscribed to her, which, yeah, I'm still subscribed to her, and I just really like her videos. She's really nice. She's very true. Like, she's a real person, and that's what I love about her. So I'll link her down below, as well as my other links will be down below. And before you click out of this video, or before you go to another video, please like and subscribe to my channel, and that would just be much appreciated. Until next time, stay beautiful. Bye.